Have you ever said something and instantly wished you could take it back? Words once spoken are like arrows loosed from a bow, irreversible, impactful. The Stoics understood this profoundly, teaching that mastery over our words is mastery over ourselves. Today we explore 6 statements an intelligent person, guided by Stoic principles, would never utter. Not because of fear, but because they grasp the far-reaching consequences of their speech, on others, and more deeply, on their own soul. If you find this journey into the power of Stoic wisdom meaningful, stay with us until the end for transformative insights that could change how you view communication forever. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an opportunity to grow wiser with us. 1. I can't control how I feel. To say I can't control how I feel is to give up the reins of your inner world. Stoic philosophy urges us to embrace the power of choice in how we respond to emotions. Epictetus wisely said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding them as signals rather than dictators. In life, we often face situations where emotions threaten to overwhelm us. Whether it's fear before a public speech, frustration at a colleague, or envy of a friend's success, emotions are inevitable. However, the intelligent person sees these emotions as opportunities for growth, not as insurmountable obstacles. Consider Anna, a professional who dreaded speaking in front of large audiences. Her anxiety felt paralyzing, and she often thought, "I can't control this fear." One day she encountered the Stoic teaching of focusing on what is within one's control. Instead of fighting her fear, Anna decided to prepare meticulously for her presentations, practicing her delivery and visualizing success. She also began journaling about her experiences to understand her triggers better. With time, Anna discovered that her fear was not her enemy, but a teacher. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius's words, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." She learned to channel her anxiety into energy. She reframed fear as a signal to sharpen her focus, rather than a barrier to success. What can we learn from Anna? The key is to observe emotions without judgment and to act with intention. By mastering this skill, we don't just overcome fear, we cultivate resilience. Imagine a world where we all approach challenges with calm determination. How much more could we achieve individually and collectively? This isn't just about managing emotions, it's about becoming the architect of your life. Ask yourself, how do you react when fear or anger arises? Do you let it control you, or do you use it to propel you forward? By mastering your emotional responses, you unlock a profound inner strength. As Stoics remind us, the path to peace begins within. Start today. Observe your emotions, reflect, act, and grow. Let your journey be a testament to the power of self-control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This profound insight reminds us that surrendering to emotions is equivalent to surrendering our power. To declare that your feelings are uncontrollable is to abdicate responsibility for your inner world. 2. That's not my fault. Blaming others is a natural but unproductive impulse. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoics remind us that dwelling on external faults distracts us from what truly matters, our capacity to act wisely and constructively. How often do we encounter setbacks and instinctively seek someone to blame? Whether it's a failed project or a missed opportunity, the tendency to deflect responsibility not only delays growth but also undermines our credibility and strength of character. Imagine Peter, a team leader who consistently shifted blame to his subordinates when deadlines were missed. His colleagues grew resentful and morale plummeted. One day, a peer introduced him to Stoic philosophy, specifically the concept of focusing on one's own role in any outcome. Inspired, Peter began to reflect on how his decisions and lack of communication had contributed to the team's struggles. By taking ownership, Peter turned the tide. He adopted the Stoic mindset of accountability, embodying Epictetus's wisdom. It's not things that upset us, but our judgments about things. This shift in perspective not only improved his leadership, but also strengthened trust within his team. Accountability became the foundation for their collective success. When we own our actions, we empower ourselves to grow. Blame is noise. Accountability is clarity. As individuals, families, or organizations, embracing this principle creates an environment of trust and mutual respect. It shifts focus from problems to solutions, fostering resilience and innovation. Ask yourself, when adversity strikes, do you point fingers or ask, what could I have done differently? Accountability isn't weakness. It's the ultimate form of strength. By owning our part, we unlock the power to change not just our circumstances but our character. In the words of the Stoics, true strength comes from within, a lesson that transforms not only how we act, but who we become. 3. Life is unfair. Life is neither fair nor unfair. It simply is. Fairness is a construct we impose on the world, often to rationalize why things don't go our way. Seneca reminds us, fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. The Stoics teach us to accept life's randomness with grace, focusing instead on our responses to it. Complaining achieves nothing, adapting achieves everything. When faced with adversity, it's tempting to cry, "This isn't fair." But fairness isn't promised, and lamenting its absence is a distraction from what truly matters: resilience and action. Dwelling on perceived injustice immobilizes us, robbing us of the energy to grow and thrive. Take Sarah, whose career stalled after her company promoted a less experienced colleague. She initially spiraled into frustration, consumed by thoughts of unfairness. But after reading Seneca's teachings, Sarah shifted her focus. She realized she couldn't control her employer's choices, but she could control how she responded. She invested in learning new skills, sought mentorship, and built a network of allies. Within a year, she had secured a leadership role in a new organization. Sarah's transformation was rooted in Stoic philosophy. By embracing the chaos of life and letting go of what she couldn't control, she reclaimed her power. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Instead of lamenting lost opportunities, Sarah created new ones. What can we learn from Sarah? The lesson is universal. Life is unpredictable, and fairness is not guaranteed. The Stoic approach to these truths enables us to transform setbacks into stepping stones. Imagine a society where individuals collectively accept and adapt to challenges instead of fixating on fairness. The potential for growth, innovation, and unity is limitless. Ask yourself, how much time have you wasted lamenting life's unfairness? What could you achieve if you redirected that energy toward meaningful action? Strength arises not from fairness, but from fortitude. Life's unpredictability is not a burden, it's a canvas for your resilience. By embracing challenges, we shape our destiny and inspire others to do the same. 4. I deserve better. The belief in entitlement is a silent poison. It distorts our perception of reality and leads us to focus on what we lack rather than what we possess. Marcus Aurelius cautioned us, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." The Stoics remind us to replace entitlement with gratitude and to recognize the abundance we often overlook. Entitlement creeps into our minds subtly: a promotion we expected but didn't get, a favor we believe we're owed but isn't granted, or simply feeling that life should offer more. These thoughts lead not to fulfillment, but to bitterness and dissatisfaction. Gratitude, on the other hand, shifts the focus from what's missing to what's present. Consider Emma, a talented artist who struggled to gain recognition for her work. She often thought, I deserve more acknowledgement for my talent. This mindset consumed her, making her resentful of others' success. After encountering Stoic teachings, Emma began to focus on the joy her art brought her, rather than the validation she felt entitled to. She adopted daily gratitude practices, reflecting on her ability to create and share her work with others. Over time, her perspective shifted, and so did her audience's response. Her authenticity and appreciation resonated deeply, leading to opportunities she never anticipated. Emma's transformation mirrors the Stoic principle of finding wealth within. By letting go of entitlement, she cultivated inner peace and a renewed sense of purpose. Seneca's words guided her. True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. Emma stopped demanding more from the world and started creating more from her inner resources. Gratitude has the power to transform lives. Imagine if we all shifted our focus from entitlement to appreciation. How much more meaningful would our relationships, work, and daily experiences become? As individuals, we'd find greater contentment. As a society, we'd foster unity and understanding. The practice of gratitude is a ripple effect. One person's shift in mindset inspires others to see their own lives in a new light. Ask yourself, what do you believe you're owed? And what would happen if, instead, you embraced what you already have? Entitlement narrows our vision while gratitude expands it. By focusing on the wealth within, our skills, relationships, and opportunities, we uncover a deeper sense of fulfillment. Let gratitude, not entitlement, guide your actions and thoughts. In doing so, you enrich not only your life but also the lives of those around you. 5. I'm too busy to care. Apathy is not strength. It is a sign of disconnection. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "If your choices are beautiful, so too will you be." This reminds us that our actions, especially those directed toward others, reflect the state of our inner world. To say, "I'm too busy to care," is to dismiss the very relationships that give life its depth and meaning. In today's fast-paced world, busyness is often glorified. However, constant preoccupation can lead to an erosion of empathy. Neglecting the concerns of others not only weakens our bonds with them, but also isolates us emotionally. True intelligence lies not in being indifferent, but in discerning what genuinely deserves our attention and investing in those priorities with compassion. Consider Michael, a successful entrepreneur who prided himself on his productivity. When a close friend confided about personal struggles, Michael brushed it off, claiming he had too much on his plate. Weeks later, he learned that his friend had felt abandoned during a critical time. Reflecting on Epictetus's wisdom, Michael realized that his inability to prioritize empathy was a reflection of his own inner turmoil. Michael began practicing mindfulness and Stoic reflection. He embraced Marcus Aurelius's advice: waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. By carving out moments of genuine connection and showing care in small but consistent ways, Michael rebuilt trust with his friend and strengthened other relationships. He discovered that showing compassion didn't detract from his success. It enriched it. When we prioritize meaningful connections over relentless busyness, we create stronger communities and a more fulfilling life. Imagine a world where empathy is seen not as a distraction, but as a cornerstone of intelligence. Acts of care, no matter how small, ripple outward, fostering trust, collaboration, and resilience in both personal and professional spheres. Ask yourself, have you ever dismissed someone's concerns because you were too busy? What would change if you paused to listen instead? Caring doesn't require grand gestures. It starts with presence and intention. By investing in the bonds that matter, we nurture both others and ourselves. True intelligence, as the Stoics teach, is not about doing more, but about doing what truly matters. 6. I'll do it tomorrow. Procrastination is often disguised as a harmless delay, but it is, in truth, a thief of potential. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Do every act of your life as though it were the last." This Stoic wisdom highlights the fleeting nature of time and the importance of urgency in our actions. Deferring tasks is to gamble with a currency that cannot be replenished: time. How many opportunities are lost because of procrastination? From a phone call we intended to make to a dream we postponed pursuing, delaying action weakens our ability to seize the present. The disciplined know that every moment is a chance to progress, while procrastination is a slow erosion of potential. Consider David, a writer who dreamed of publishing a novel but always found reasons to delay. "I'll start next week," he would say. Weeks turned into years, and his dream remained untouched. Inspired by the Stoic teachings he stumbled upon, David decided to apply Marcus Aurelius's advice and treat every day as a critical step toward his goal. He began writing for 30 minutes daily, even on his busiest days. Over time, those small efforts accumulated, and his manuscript came to life. David's transformation illustrates a fundamental Stoic truth: the only time we truly have is now. By shifting his perspective and taking immediate action, he turned procrastination into momentum. Seneca's wisdom: "While we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away," became his guiding principle. David learned that consistency, not perfection, is the key to progress. Imagine if we all adopted this approach, valuing each moment and acting without hesitation. Procrastination robs individuals of their dreams and society of its potential contributions. Whether it's learning a skill, reaching out to a loved one, or addressing a personal flaw, taking action today strengthens our collective ability to grow and innovate. Ask yourself, how many times have you told yourself, "I'll do it tomorrow"? And how many of those tomorrows became never? The Stoics challenge us to reject complacency and embrace urgency. By acting now, you not only honor your time, but also cultivate discipline and purpose. The disciplined act today, not when it is convenient. Let this moment be the beginning of your journey toward mastery, peace, and fulfillment. The power of words, the power of self. We, as seekers of wisdom, know that every word we speak shapes the world we inhabit. When we speak with care, with intention, we cultivate not only stronger relationships, but also a stronger self. These 6 statements are not just phrases to avoid. They are invitations to deeper living, to greater awareness, to true strength. The Stoics understood this. They knew that controlling your tongue is the first step to controlling your destiny. Words matter, but actions rooted in wisdom matter more. In reflecting on these principles, ask yourself, how do your words shape the world around you? Do they uplift or create distance? True wisdom lies in aligning what we say with who we aspire to be. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Let this be our guide to authenticity and integrity. So the next time you face a choice, to speak or to act, pause, reflect, ask if it aligns with the person you strive to become. Every commitment, every promise, every word should honor your values. That is the essence of strength. Finally, I invite you to take action today. Hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment below to share your story, your triumphs, challenges, or even reflections sparked by this journey. Engagement fuels this community of growth and wisdom, where we turn challenges into opportunities. Together, let us continue walking the Stoic path, shaping a life of purpose and resilience. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next session.